YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Anthem Barber coming back at you with another haircut tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be doing a classic number one with a light taper. I like to begin by brushing or combing out my client's hair, and all I'm really trying to do is see the hair lay in its natural direction. So now that I got the hair laying down, I'm going to come in with my 50 cal with my WAHL number 1 color guard with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my first guideline. He does want a number 1, and literally when we did the consultation, because this is the first time that I'm cutting him, he literally said, all I want you to do is give me a number 1 into the length on top. No blend, no anything, just a number 1 to the length on top. And I thought to myself, man, what could I do to sauce this up but to still leave my client feeling comfortable? Because his reasoning for the number 1 up is he doesn't like to be skinned out, and I could respect that. However, I do want to give him the best, cleanest look with the overall number 1 that I can. So I'm going to come in with the lever open. Once the guide was created with my lever open, I'm now going to close my lever and begin to remove the bulk and any length underneath the guide that I just set. So I'm literally going to take that number 1 closed right up to where I just left off with the number 1 fully open. And I'm doing that because that number 1 fully open is going to help me transition into my next step. Alright, so now that I got everything cleaned up with that number 1, I'm now going to come in with my WAHL 1.5 premium guard, and I am going to come in with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to set and create my next guideline. I did, however, jump straight into the 1.5 opposed to the number 2 because I want to continue to give him that number 1 look that he desires, but give him a slight blend with it. So by me coming in with that WAHL 1.5 premium guard, it's essentially letting me stretch that number 1 with the blend to it. So now that I cleaned everything up with the lever open, I'm now going to close my lever and begin to blend from the bottom of that guide right back up towards the top of that guide where I just left off with the lever fully open. Alright, so now I'm coming in with my WAHL number 2 premium guard, again with the lever open, but this time I'm not trying to set any guideline. I'm literally taking that 2 with the lever fully open directly up his head. So I'm not digging in. If anything, I'm flicking out when I get towards the top. And all I'm trying to do is remove some bulk so I could connect this number 1 into this length on top the best way that I can. Once I come in and clean up with the lever fully open, then again you'll see that I'll close my lever and I'll begin to blend from the bottom of that, not necessarily guide that I set, but the bottom of that guide, and I'll begin to blend right back up to where I just left off with the lever fully open. However, this 2 closed is going to leave some weight behind, so I'm going to come clean it up in the next step. Alright, so now I want to knock down some of that bulk that I see right there, that weight that was left behind that I just mentioned with the 2 closed. So I'm going to come in with my WAHL 1.5 premium guard with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to attack right above the weight that I see. And the way I'm going to remove that is using that fade down process. So I'm going to close my lever as needed, working my way down until that guide's completely blended out. Alright, so now I'm going to begin the neck taper, and we're going to be doing a low shadow taper. And basically what I mean by that is it's a low taper, and my client doesn't like to be balded out. I mentioned that earlier. And so I'm really not trying to bald him out. So I'm going to take him from a closed guard up and just give him a really clean, nice little back taper. And I'm not going to walk you through this right now. I just kind of want to let you guys see how these caliber clippers actually work. This is the 50 cal, and to be honest, I haven't used a machine that's ever cut like this before. The only other machine that I would say has cut similar to this that I've used, and I hate doing similarities because I feel like it takes from the originality of the creator, and I don't mean to be doing that, but if I were to compare them to anything or put them in a type of class, I would definitely say it's something like the fast feeds. Hands down, this clipper is one of my favorite tools to work with right now. So I'm gonna let you guys just go ahead and ride out to the beat and watch them do their thing, and then when we get to the side taper, we're gonna go ahead and walk through everything together. Alright, so now I'm going to jump in on this side taper. So I'm going to come in with my 38 special, and I'm going to begin to set and create my first guideline, which is going to be my stubble guide. Now that my guide was created, I'm now going to come in with my 50 cal caliber clipper with the lever closed, and I'm going to begin to blend right from above that first guide that I just set into an open lever. And what I mean by that is I'm slowly going to work the notches on the side of this clipper. That's one thing that I do want to mention. It does have the notches, and I'm absolutely starting to love using them. I don't need notches to blend out anything, but it definitely applies that old quote or that old saying, work smarter, not harder. And so I'm going to use that notch system from a closed lever to an open lever. Once I come in and the lever's fully open, I'm then going to do some lever play and knock out any darkness or spots that I may have seen that I didn't knock out when I was working my way through the levers. So now I'm going to begin to try to blend that open lever into that length on top. So I'm going to come in with my WAHL half color guard with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to not necessarily set a guide, but I'm going to start working at that bulk that I see right there. So I'm beginning to attack it right now. You can see it taking place. And I'm going to use that fade down process to remove it. So I'm going to come in with the lever fully open, attacking the weight that I see, using that fade down process. So I'll close my lever as needed, working my way down until that's completely blended out. I'm still noticing weight that the WAHL half color guard didn't remove, so I'm going to come back in with my WAHL #1 color guard with the lever open, and I'm going to begin to attack the weight that I see. And again, I'm going to use that fade down process, so I'm going to come in with the lever fully open, attack the weight that I see, and begin to close my lever as needed, working my way down until that's completely blended out. Alright, so now that that side taper is blended out, now we're going to jump to the next side and repeat the same steps. Right here I did speed it up, and I'm not going to walk you through it because it's the same exact steps that we just went through. But I did want to let you guys see a little bit more of this clipper in action. So I'm going to let you ride out to this beat. And speaking of beats, I just want to say shout out to Tito Beats. I appreciate you, my boy. I'm going to make sure to drop a link in the description. Make sure you guys go check his channel out, subscribe, get active in his comment section, and let him know that your boy Ant the Barber sent you. Alright, now that I got the tapers in place, I'm now going to pick out the side of his hair. I'm not going to pick out everything. I am going to pick out the side, and then I'm going to do a little bit of clipper over comb and any freehand if needed to just knock down some of this bulk to connect that blend on the side to that length on the top the best way that I can. When I did film this clip over comb, my camera was constantly searching to be in focus, so it's a little blurry, so it could be uneasy on the eyes, so I did speed up that process right here, but hopefully you could still get something out of it. I am coming in with no guard, but with the lever fully open. So here is a look at the final cut, y'all. If you got anything useful out this, I ask that you smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, I suggest you stick around. It's only gonna get doper from here. I appreciate y'all. Be blessed and be a blessing. I'm out.